Everybody, welcome to Ask Dr. Testosterone, the only weekly show on YouTube where you can get your questions answered about subjects like PEDs, fertility, hair loss, training, nutrition from a medical doctor who is also a champion bodybuilder. This is sponsored by his book, The Bible of Bodybuilding 2. Everything you need to know, 700 pages plus in here, all about those subjects and more. Available on Amazon.com, where you can also get my book, Real Bodybuilding. And now, all the way from Athens, Greece, please welcome Dr. George N. Touliatos. What's up, George?
I'm fine, Ron. Thank you. What's going on? How you ate a lot yesterday?
Yeah. We had Easter here yesterday as we're recording this. Went to Easter brunch and all that. Did a lot of stuff with the family. And your Easter, Greek Orthodox, yours is until May, correct? Over a month away?
It's very late this year. Yeah, it's very late this year. Yeah.
That's crazy. Must be a different calendar or something. I don't know. Don't know much about it. But the main question, the one I want to start with, because it's been coming up for the past few years now, it's about longevity in bodybuilding. Albert Al Beckles, if you remember Al Beckles, he's still alive. He's 93 years old.
He was competing at 60s. At 60, he was 63, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think he beat Rich Gaspari when he was like 60 years old or something at Rich's first pro show. So the question is, do you think anyone or someone from the new generation of bodybuilders is going to live to be at least 85 years old? And I ask for myself too, because I've used my share of gear. I don't know how long I'm going to live. I don't know if I took time.
No, frankly, for the most successful bodybuilders, the one that looks younger is Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
He's 1 month younger than me, and he doesn't look definitely 50. Where physically he looks fantastic. I bet he uses HRT, not cycling at all. He doesn't need that. On the contrary, he's trying to downsize.
Mm.
Okay, he just lives for fun, and he has tons of muscle still. He's over 220.
Yeah.
I think he's 225 to 30, something like that. He stays lean with a six-pack. Anyway, he looks very good, I think, because he follows all the rules of good living. And I bet he's also following good supplementation for anti-aging. And he has very good structural joints, the skin. He doesn't look crippled. He doesn't look injured.
Right.
Now, Milos, of course, is almost 60. He looks phenomenal. Barry DeMay, he looks phenomenal. Also, Michael Hearn, of course, where he was not an Olympian, but he's a class of his own. Come on, he looks better than 20-year-old guys, even in the face,
Oh, yeah.
Whatever he does it well, okay? Frank Seppi also. I mean, Alex Ardendi also. He's really good. He's 60. He's big.
Yeah.
Okay, he's muscular.
What the key to living a longer life? I mean, obviously, everybody does some kind of damage to their body when they use steroids for years and years. But I think, in my mind, you have more problems if you try to continue staying big and being on those cycles.
Apart from that, also is the look of the skin, is the internal organs. So the anti-aging has 4 main steps. Okay, first of all is good sleep, then it's stress management, and then it's exercise, and then it's diet along with supplementation, and then goes HRT. So these the 5 parameters of good health, okay, and prosperity and life extension. So also Dorian now follows a Mediterranean lifestyle diet, goes low in protein, 0 red meat, for instance, many healthy fats, fish and white meat and vegetables. He meditates. He doesn't want to get big anymore. All these guys have tons of muscle that is enough for the rest of their lives. Mm. And the good is the main thing is quality of living, not just to live 100. But to have good living, okay?
Yeah. But as far as like maintaining mass, do you think it's possible for someone to stay as big as a pro bodybuilder and live to be 70, 80 years old? Or would that not even be possible?
I think when Arnold hit here, I mean, Arnold wasn't one of the biggest guys, but listen, Jay, he's 235, 5'9", and he's 50. Yeah. The many guys like Jay big, okay? He looks bigger. I mean, like a casual guy walking in the street. He's a big guy. He's a big dude.
Sure.
And he's lean also. We don't speak about power lifters who are also fat, okay, strongman.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's rational thinking that you want to stay big and be healthy at the same time because you put a lot of stress on your heart. And actually, small dogs live longer. Okay.
Say that. I was just going to say that. Yeah, I mean, we're not dogs, obviously, but there's something to be said for, little dogs do live to be 15 to 20 years old, and the big dogs, a lot of them only live to be 8 to 10 years old. That's it. Very short lifespan. I've never seen, I mean, you could talk body mass. I've never seen a morbidly obese person, like a 500-pound person who was over like the age of 60. I don't think any of them live that long.
Yeah, many of them in the 50s, they have cardiovascular issues, diabetes, okay, low testosterone, of course, arthritis, and cancer, because cancer is a result of inflammation, and obesity is inflammation.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just want to make sure I didn't want to make people think I'm saying all these bodybuilders today are going to die young. I think if they stop using large amounts of gear once they're done competing and they do what you said, they follow these
And also
guidelines.
less amount of food, of course, less calories, less carbs,
Yeah.
more protein, more fiber, okay? And yes, of course, because more calories equal more IGF-1, and this is not cool for, stay far from cancer.
Cool. All right. Next question is, hello from Canada. I want to ask about testosterone boosters. I'm 35 years old. I've never taken steroids. I've been training my body for 7 years with a good diet. I'm thinking about taking testosterone boosters such as DAA, Tribulus, and Fenugreek. Number one, can I take all of them together before going to the gym? Number two, should I take them from 1 month on and one off, or should I take them every day? Three, afterwards, will have any problems with my testosterone, need PCT. So the first part of his question, should he take all those supplements together, DAA, Tribulus, and Fenugreek?
Well, yeah, I suggest them to take them also along with your PCT. And I don't find any reason to stop them. I mean, if they work, there are many people that are telling me that they have good feeling of sex drive and perhaps recovery by taking them. In the paper, they see that they elevate LH and perhaps total testosterone. The point is, how much is the free testosterone? So I put some boron also that kicks the free testosterone. Is the only supplement that does this. Also ZMA, because zinc is a part of the biochemical reactions that increase the steroidogenesis. Okay, it's not a bad idea. And definitely they don't need the PCT because they kick your own production. PCT is to the exogenous hormones that you introduce, and you need to open up the shut off HPTA.
So you don't need to cycle on and off of these like you do gear. You can just take them.
No, I don't think so. I mean, pre-workout will work efficiently because they kick your own production when you do a large amount of muscle groups like the back and in the legs. Okay.
The next question is about your own use of melatonin. Does Dr. T take melatonin every night? And what age did you start using melatonin?
Well, the first time I used melatonin was 1999, and I think it started working within 10 minutes. I was 27 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like very fast, very fast. I used this, I was my 20s. I'll be using this now, and sometimes it doesn't work after continuous use, so I increase the dose up to 15 grams a day before night, okay? But definitely, if you have melatonin deficiency, you cannot sleep calmly. You have deficiency.
But do you find your body does get used to it and you have to up the dose or take time off of it?
Yeah, something like that. And also the sunlight increases the production of melatonin at night. So you need to come off and see the daylight in order to be able to increase your melatonin at night. And of course, during the evening, you need to shut off all the electricity to start kicking. But also sunlight is responsible for that.
Yeah. I mean, we hear about the blue light, the light from our screens.
Yeah.
Most of us are on these things up until the minute we go to sleep, which is obviously not a good thing.
Have you noticed in the airplanes they have these masks, this oral mask?
I have one. I have one that I take on a plane.
Well, supposedly it works because it's dark, and then it's like living in the dark, and it kicks your own melatonin.
Yeah, I mean they always tell you if you have trouble sleeping, a cool dark room, and I I put something over my eyes every night and have a fan next to me for the noise and for the air, and yeah, it knocks me out.
Have you slept in plane plane? Have you been able to sleep?
Yeah, it's hard. It's very difficult for me to sleep
Because of this noise of the engines, right?
No, it's just maybe the position, and it's just not a comfortable way to sleep. I mean, the couple times in my life I've been on first class, that's a nice, comfortable chair, and you can lie way back. But these seats barely move back at all, the ones in coach. So, yeah. I
By the
usually
way,
start.
speaking about airplanes, have you heard any news about the Olympia and the tickets?
Oh
It was
no, no,
not yet, huh? It's
no. They
April.
should be going on sale soon, though. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's 6 months now until the Olympia. And last year was February when it was sold.
Yeah. I mean, this place, I've never been to this new place. It looks great. It's a massive new resort.
I told you we're gonna come feel us.
Nice stuff. All right. Next question. This is a good one. Goes back to our old school beliefs versus what the guys do today. Do you think the idea of being off gear for as long as being on a cycle is a good idea? I'm taking about a 2 to 3 month cycle with moderate dosages. Is it enough for the healing process to take place? So that's about coming completely off. We're not blasting and cruising.
I believe that as long as it's this expression, you need the same equal time to come off. And frankly, it doesn't matter when you use testosterone because you shut off from day one. So either more or less, of course, a larger dose will accumulate. It will clear the system slower. But when you use testosterone, it doesn't matter. You switch off because you use the own hormone you produce. So we say that you're doing a 12-week cycle. You need the 4 weeks PCT plus another 2 months. Okay. And seriously, the more you stay off, the more testosterone you produce. But can you live like that? No, because your body starts to fall apart. Okay. So you will want to join the gear. And this is the dead end cycle that you want to get in again, but you shut off your own production, and then eventually PCT doesn't work, and you come to TRT.
I mean, that's where I've been for almost 15 years now. It's my production will never ever come back. So
when I was setting a cycle, I was waiting when I'm gonna come again into the cycle.
Yeah. I used to have it on my calendar. I'd be like, okay, in 2 weeks and 4 days, I can start my cycle again. I mean, I could not wait. It was just, it drove me crazy. But I used to take the time off because it made sense. I wanted my own
listen,
production.
this time off that may be beneficial for your own production is not bad for your gain. It's not good for your gains.
True.
So on the other hand, staying on TRT with minimal doses, you're healthy and you can still remain in a eugonadal state, but it's not super natural that will bring big muscle, okay?
Yeah. I mean, you don't get the big highs, but you don't get the big lows.
Exactly.
More stable. Okay.
Exactly. Yes.
All right. More growth hormone questions. We get one, at least one every week. If I take 4 IUs of GH per day, would it make sense to use 2 IU after waking up and the other 2 IU post-workout? And can I take ipamorelin before going to bed to improve the quality of my sleep? So 2 IUs.
Yeah, it has a point, makes sense. Post-workout also is a good window when your blood glucose is low and you can use your GH. Yes, and use a GHRH peptide to kick your own production during sleep. All right, if you have the access to it, go for it.
Cool. We talked about the sperm count protocol, the fertility protocol last week. Would that still be effective if someone was using TRT, if they're on TRT?
Yes, of course. I mean, I've been using HCG all the way, even now, because we're thinking of another baby, perhaps in another year.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, get them all done now. No, I agree, because, you don't want the kids to be like 5-10 years apart either,
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
And we are also growing, and we better do something now. Okay. I believe, every child needs a company. Come on.
Sure. I mean, yeah. You're not getting any younger. You want to be enjoying as much of your life with these kids as possible. So hurry up and get that kid. Here we go. So one question is about Tonkat Ali So I have to explain a little bit about what that is. Tonkat LE, also called Long Jack, is an herbal supplement, comes from the roots of the green shrub Uricoma longifolia, which is native to Southeast Asia, used in traditional medicines in Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, and other Asian countries, treat malaria, infections, fevers, male infertility, and erectile dysfunction. Health benefits of Tonkat LE likely stem from various compounds found in the plant. Also contains flavonoids, alkaloids, and other compounds that act as antioxidants, which are compounds that fight cellular damage caused by molecules called free radicals, may benefit your body.
I never use that compound.
Never.
Seriously.
Oh, really? Huh.
And it's very notorious now. Many people are using this as a testosterone booster.
Yeah, it's been around for a long, long time as part of as just part of a formula. I never heard of people using just Tonkat Ali, but you'd see it would be like
It comes
Tribulus.
also in bottles just by itself.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if they sell those in Chinatown or something, or Asian markets mostly, because it sounds like
No,
it's mainly.
I've seen that in Now Foods. It's a very good American company, Now Foods, that sells Tonkat, but I never use it.
Okay. So no opinion. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much research there is on it, but obviously it's been used in Asian medicine for hundreds, maybe thousands of years. So couldn't hurt if you want to try it, guys. Final question. Again, it's about azoospermia, the low to no sperm count, which we talked about last week as the main topic. Can I use Clomid with HCG instead of HMG? Because I can't find HMG in my country.
Listen, yes. So clomiphene along with HCG is a classic part of the PCT protocol. We use the HCG to kick the balls, and then we use the serums to kick the brain. So as the PCT protocol raise our own testosterone production, this own testosterone that will be increased mature the sperm. Okay, so I'm telling to every guy that follows the PCT, you also improve your sperm count with the PCT. Okay. But the mechanism that works efficiently is they put in the HMG because it kicks also the serotonin cells that are responsible for increasing the spermatozoa. But nevertheless, I'm able to have a good fertility with just HCG. Okay. But don't use the clomiphene when you're on testosterone. It doesn't have any sense. So just use the HCG with testosterone or HCG and HMG. But if you want to join the clomiphene, do it as a part of your PCT protocol. So clomiphene and then, first of all, HCG and then clomiphene, perhaps some tamoxifen.
Yeah.
And it will improve.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Well, that's all our questions for this week. How's baby Nicole doing?
It's fine. I mean, we went to the beach yesterday. She has new visual, experiences with the sea, with some animals. She starts laughing now. She's growing. I bet tons of IGF-1 are circulating in her blood.
Wow. So first beach, was that at her first beach day?
Yes, yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a big milestone. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, thank you, doctor. Again, guys, go to Amazon.com. If you want to know all about what cycle should I use, side effects, drugs, nutrition, training, this book has so much information. It's packed. Look how thick that thing is. The Bible of Bodybuilding too, tons of pictures. Get it on Amazon.com and join us here every week. We're very, very fortunate to have Dr. Touliatos answering these questions that you cannot get answered from your primary care physician or your bros at the gym. He's got it all. He's a bodybuilder and a medical doctor. So we're very, very grateful to have you here every week, especially me on this new channel, Ron Harris Muscle. Really appreciate you being part of this channel, doctor. It means a lot to me. So thank you. And guys, please keep watching. Put your comments below, your questions for next week's show below in the comments. And we'll see you right here next time on Ask Dr. Testosterone.